You really thought that Solar builds couldn't get any better this season? Well, they just did. Warlocks have had something brewing for a long time, as fire finally meets poison, allowing you to spread infinite scorch and poison in what is arguably the best necromancer build you've ever seen in 3 minutes or less. This D2 Beyond Light Warlock exotic has always been extremely potent, and with each new subclass update since, it's gradually upgraded itself to become even more toxic. Grasp of the Devourer literally gives you poison at the tip of your fingers, as damaging an enemy with any melee hit will poison them, causing damage over time, and when defeated this will also spread the poison to nearby targets. Literally any melee ability will do it, but the Incinerator Snap melee is arguably the best one. Not only will you poison enemies thanks to Necrotic Grip, but you'll now scorch and even ignite them, making room to double down for even more damage potential. But first, to set up the infinite melee ability that'll bind this build together, you'll want to use Heat Rises. You won't be so much consuming your grenade for the in-air bonus it offers, but more so just bunny hopping along as you deal infinite tick damage with Poisonous Hellfire, which will grant you infinite back-to-back melees at the click of your fingers. Icarus Dash is my next aspect, as the movement potential is just too good to turn down, to be honest, plus you can even get the double dash ability if you activate Heat Rises. Now the set of fragments we've chosen will get you infinite scorch, ignition and poison damage synergy without nuking everything, but just enough to see them wilt. Ember of Ashes is going to apply more stacks of scorch to targets, with each scorch target that you defeat granting melee energy too thanks to the Ember of Searing. Any enemies that you manage to ignite will also spread scorch to nearby targets with the Ember of Char, and the Ember of Solace will make your radiant and restoration effects last longer. How are you going to become radiant though, I hear you ask? Well, you're going to chuck on the new Flint Striker mod. This seasonal mod allows you to stay away from the radiant fragment sort this season and will make you radiant by simply getting rapid solar weapon final blows. You'll get a sickly sweet 25% weapon damage bonus when radiant. This benefits all weapons and more importantly the most infamous poison weapon of all time. Thorn got a massive buff this season. It got a catalyst to give it a stat boost, but it's absolutely not required to make it super potent. Soul Devourer will overflow the magazine up to a whopping 39 rounds on collecting a remnant. You'll create tons of remnants from the combination of Necrotic Grip and Thorn, which also give this exotic a huge damage boost for 7 seconds, which can be indefinitely topped up. This Mark of the Devourer damage boost stacks with Radiant and also kinetic weapon surge mods, so make sure to chuck a few of them in here too. Pair it with the Unstoppable Hand Cannon mod and you'll also stagger all combatants as well as stunning unstoppable champions with a nice revitalising blast as the cherry on top of this poisonous concoction. As you'll be high on the fumes of melee energy, adding impact induction and focusing strike to keep your grenade and class ability topped up. The healing grenade will help to keep you alive in the heat of the toxicity, with powerful attraction and time dilation boosting this setup too. Hands On is a great shout for bonus super energy on melee kills, along with kinetic and solar cipher mods to create orbs of power. Chuck in your favourite solar weapons of choice, and if you've got an incandescent energy weapon you can also slot this in, which will help to spread more scorch and poison to targets. Honestly, try this one out for yourselves, it'll be great in the new dungeon, and even mess around with a few other fragments to really dial up the toxicity to the max. I'll leave the Destiny Item Manager build link down below for you to copy, and if you enjoyed this quick 3-minute build, then maybe you need to get yourself the new legendary sidearm. It's cracked and has a perfect roll that'll fit right into this build. Find out why by watching this video next.